If you want a traditional Swiss ski resort with guaranteed snow, skiing for all abilities and fantastic scenery, you might want to consider what the locals call the Pearl of the Alps, Saas Fee. Like all good ski resorts, Saas Fee is a mix of contradictions. There's challenging skiing up on the glacier for the experts, and easier runs down on the nursery slopes. There's quiet après-ski in the town's T-bars, and then some slightly livelier alternatives. There's history and culture if that's your thing, or you might want to do something entirely different. Saas Fee is many different ski resorts all rolled into one, with something for everyone. The first thing you notice when you arrive in Saas Fee is the lack of cars. They have to be left in a car park on the edge of town. Then you either walk or get ferried around in one of these electric taxis. But they're not cheap, and every hotel, shop and restaurant has one. It may be car-free here, but it's not traffic-free. Saas Fee, though, oozes alpine charm with its cobbled streets and quaint buildings. But the main reason people come here is for what's up there. It's surrounded by massive mountains on all sides. 13 of them are over 4,000 metres. The Taschhorn and the Allerlin tower over Saas Fee. But at 4,500 metres, the Dom is the highest mountain in Switzerland. The scenery here is quite literally breathtaking. Though that's partly because I'm now at over 3,500 metres high, and the air here is really thin. I've just come up the Metro Alpen Express behind me. It's the world's highest underground funicular railway and has brought me right to the top of the mountain, where the best skiing is. So, what's the skiing like here? Well, I love it. It has great variety, loads of character, and no two runs are the same. Of the 200 or so resorts that I've skied in, with my hand on my heart, I can say that Saas Fee is one of my favourites. The Ski Club of Great Britain has a rep here throughout the season, guiding people of all abilities around the slopes.
It was the fast days day. We had the good guys, and normally I wear them out today. They've worn me out. We're down all the blacks, all the itineraries in the resort, the yellow runs, ungroomed piste, moguls, the fun park, off-piste, everything.
We went off with the ski club rep. We were doing some of the more adventurous routes. It was really fun.
A lot of runs go back to the same point, so you can ski all over the area, which is very good.
I was a bit sceptical because people have been saying, it's a very, very small resort and not much going on. You'd be bored with after 2 or 3 days, but no, it's been good. It's been good.
Saas Fee, though, has its limitations. It's not a very big ski area because it's hemmed in on all sides by glaciers. The glaciers also present real dangers for off-piste skiers because crevasses lurk everywhere. And down in town, it's usually a long walk from your accommodation to the bottom of the lifts. The resort also has far too many T-bars for most people's liking, but there's a reason for that. Believe it or not, the glacier I'm standing on here is moving. It travels down the mountain at up to 100 metres a year in some places. So from time to time, they have to move the lift. It's much easier to move a T-bar with its light foundations like this than a more complicated chairlift or gondola. Most people start their day by heading straight to the top using the Metro Alpen Express like I did earlier. But to avoid the queues, why not try the Platgen area with its state-of-the-art gondola? There are no glaciers to worry about here and the slopes are often empty. There's a lovely run down through the trees, and if you want to get further away from the crowds, the neighbouring resort of Saas-Grund is just a short distance away. Not content with having the highest mountain in Switzerland and the highest underground funicular railway in the world, Saas Fee also has the rather strange claim to fame of having the highest revolving restaurant in the world. It takes a full hour to do a 360-degree revolution, but the views from here are quite fantastic. But whatever you do, do be careful. If you put your gloves on the side here, where I'm sitting moves, the ledge doesn't, and you'll soon lose them. Now, ski resorts don't all have good mountain restaurants. Many are overpriced, and I'm afraid I'm just, not a big fan of self-service. However, here in Saas Fee, even the self-service ones are good, and others can surprise you with a bit of impromptu Swiss alpine charm. Saas Fee is big on fun. Really big. This is the Popcorn Night Jump Tour. Riders from across the Alps come here to strut their stuff. And it all began when the resort embraced snowboarding back in its early days. Teams from around the world joined countless enthusiasts who are happy to put up with the T-bars, for the half-pipes, the rails, the kickers and the variety of slopes.
They are good, they are very wide, not so busy, so for practice it's very good for me.
It's a nice place here.
The fun parts are really nice. It's I've got big airs and a nice half pipe, and yeah, it's good.
Oh, that was a fantastic day up on the slope. So I must admit, I'm absolutely exhausted. So I'm going to go home, have a little bath and a rest before going out later. Only trouble is, there are a few temptations here in Saas Fee. I'll blow it. Hallo, zwei Bier bitte. Zwei Bier, ja. Danke. Oh, fantastic. Cheers. I think it was Oscar Wilde who said I can resist everything in life but temptation. Here in Saas Fee, there's plenty of temptation. There's loads of other things to do here in Saas Fee apart from skiing, and where better to find out about them than here, in a jacuzzi. So Dan, can I just ask you, how important are all these wellness centres here in Saas Fee?
Well, after a good day skiing, it's just nice and relaxing to sit here in the jacuzzi and enjoy all these spa centres.
And what other things can you do here in Saas Fee after skiing?
Oh, lots. There is like a bobsled run, there's tobogganing, there is snowshoe trekking, basket trails, snow tubing, you know, with these tires, lots to do, wine tasting, ice climbing, everything.
And what's your favourite one?
My favourite is tobogganing, which is just so much fun.
And the clever thing about tobogganing in Saas Fee, you don't even need snow. The Saas Blitz takes you down the mountain at over 40 kilometres an hour. It's a Big Dipper with a view. Now, have you ever wondered what it looks like actually inside a glacier, beneath its menacing surface? Well, you need wonder no more. Tunnelled deep into the glacier is the Ice Pavilion, well worth a visit. You can feel the glacier's power, see its crevasses, and rather strangely, meet Mickey Mouse. But people don't come here for Disney. They come for the fun, for the snow, and to learn. Sometimes the hard way, occasionally even harder. But as the nursery slopes are set away from the main runs, at least there aren't other people whizzing by. At 1850 metres, Saas Fee is one of the highest resorts in the Alps and has an excellent snow record. The resort is also having something of a comeback with the British.
Yeah, Saas Fee is just getting more and more popular with British people simply because it's high altitude, it's got great snow, and a lot of people don't know there's some really, really good skiing here. The other side of that, it's not as expensive as the perception people have of Switzerland, so it's really a resort of the future.
In fact, a recent survey found Switzerland cheaper than Norway, Italy and Austria. And rather surprisingly, a week's holiday for four in France was on average £1,500 more expensive.
Ah, thank you. This coffee is costing me just £1.25, a lot less than I'd pay back home in the UK. But best of all here in Saas Fee is the guest card. You get it free when you check into your hotel, and it gives you discounts on parking, in ski shops and even on lift passes. There are many ways to save money here in Saas Fee. For example, this shop gives a 10% discount to members of the ski club. If you book online, you'll save 25%. Most people stay in hotels. There are more than 50. Others rent apartments and, well, there's just a handful of chalets. Now, if you like your food, one place you really shouldn't miss here is the Fletchhorn. It's run by Marcus Neff, the Swiss Chef of the Year.
We start with scampi carpaccio with a fish tartare on it and some caviar. Then you will have some fresh pasta with truffles, and main course for the moment is a wheel cutlet, a special for sure, not a normal.
The nightlife kicks off around 10 o'clock. The first place to head for is the Dom Hotel. In the basement is the Popcorn, a magnet for boarders, while upstairs the living room is a much more relaxed affair. But beware, if Joyce brings you one of these, the Sambuca Special, it's great at the time, but you'll certainly pay the price. Either the next morning or later on in the Poison nightclub, where you can dance your socks off till 5 AM or just make a fool of yourself. So, how do you sum up Saas Fee? It can't be defined in kilometres, facilities or revenue. For what it has is character, and that character will keep people coming back here year after year.